Hello and welcome to this episode of the Guys with Glasses podcast. I'm Bandito John, and I have with me No Name Josh, and special guest starring back from the past, Nick Fury.
That's right. From
What's
the
up,
Twilight
guys?
Zone.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know. Well, so you moved out to Idaho, and then you had some crappy internet, right? And now it's now you got a good connection.
Yes, I was using the satellite stuff, which doesn't get it done,
Oh.
obviously. And
Man,
no.
I was on satellite.
Oh,
For
you,
like a
you,
couple
you've
of
had
years.
satellite?
It's
Oh,
so
yeah, I
bad.
think you were telling me about
Oh,
this.
it's
You
so
and your
bad.
dad, right?
Yeah, so my parents, when I was in high school, we moved out to basically the boons, like in the middle of nowhere, and satellite internet was our quote-unquote broadband. Oh man, that's anything but. It was slower. It had higher
Quote-unquote.
latency than dial-up. It was so bad.
Dude, that is brutal.
Oh, yeah, I was looking up all the stuff, and it was like 1,000 to 2,000 like milliseconds or something, you know? And like perfect
Yeah.
is like 40 to 60. And
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Which
So
is
we
gnarly.
tried doing like some voice conversations, and it just was like really choppy. But now it's good.
Yeah.
Got a hotspot. So if you live out in the
Nice.
boonies and feel like you have no other option, try a hotspot.
Yeah.
You do pay for it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the small bandwidth.
That's
small
true.
amount of
That's true.
bandwidth
Don't
that you
go
get,
over your
yeah.
limit.
Yeah. Then you'll really pay for it.
Yeah, 25 cents a megabyte or $1 a megabyte, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. You streamed a YouTube video and just realized you paid like $50 to watch that.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got some interesting topics to bring up. This is going to be another soapbox episode. We want to chat about is it right or is it wrong morally to scalp stuff or, to resell things for a higher price. And we're also going to talk about tablet games and kind of this resurgence of point-and-click adventure games on mobile and tablet devices.
And then
What was our third topic?
GTA
See, that was you. I was trying to fill you in. Yeah.
GTA 5 multiplayer.
Oh yes, thank you for the reminder. Yeah. So first off, why don't we talk about the GTA 5 multiplayer trailer? That one just came out. What do you guys think?
It looks bomb.
Woke up at 7 o'clock this morning to go to work. And the only time the internet is like half decent because, at this time I didn't have the hotspot. And, it was pretty epic. It got me jacked up for like the whole day. I was good to go.
Yeah.
So it was cool. Like they showed off like you can kind of join up with like a group or like a clan, and then you guys can like go be badass and do stuff together and go on races or like go base jumping. It just looks crazy insanity.
Yeah, I agree. I was like so excited. I wanted to do the ride the dirt bike off a cliff and pop the parachute, man. That looks awesome fun.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
getting lost in it pretty easy.
And you can fly jets. It looks like they
Yep.
have like private jets and like Air
Fighter
Force fighter
jets.
jets and so sweet, so sweet. I like the plane races. That was awesome. And then
yeah.
they had like jet ski races.
Yeah.
This is like, do you guys? What was it? Wave race? on the
Yeah,
Nintendo 64?
wave race, yeah.
It's like that whole entire game that like 1,000 people probably worked on for years. It's like that's like a mini game. That's like a little bonus feature, in GTA 5. That's like how epic this game is.
How upset do you think those
it
people
had
are?
everything. Golf, you can like buy apartments, buy garages, and fill your cars with them, customize your guy. It looked like there was just endless things to do. It's gonna
It's
be
like a
a
real life sim.
huge time suck.
Yeah.
You guys ready for this? Are you guys like preparing?
Oh, it's a few
Yeah, I
days
told
before.
Josh I'm gonna
It's a
come
few
over to
days
his
before
house.
school starts, so like, those 5 days before school are gonna be packed full of craziness.
Yeah.
So you're gonna try to get in like as much gaming as possible before school starts.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna go over there so I don't have to worry about using any of my data.
Nice. So you're already like pre-planning to like chill over at Josh's place.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bum off of it
Nice.
all weekend. He won't even see me. I'll just be locked in a room somewhere playing it.
Or you're just gonna like not bathe, just like wear just underwear and like an undershirt and just play for like 4 days straight. It's gonna be amazing.
That's the plan. I
Yeah.
gotta
Mountain
do
Dew
it while I
surrounding
can.
him.
Man, I've done this. I got addicted to No One Lives Forever. I don't know if you guys remember that PC title. And I remember I was in the dorms and I was just like, yeah, I didn't leave my place, and like I was eating all these Cheetos and I was just like wiping the Cheetos like on my white undershirt. Oh man, I looked like a total slob. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
Classic stereotypical nerd.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Oh,
So, yeah, the trailer looks amazing. And shifting gears a little bit, let's talk about scalping, and is this morally acceptable? So, Josh, I think you have a story you want to talk about.
well, I'm about to start scalping, so
That's the story.
that's my story.
What are you gonna scalp?
What am I going to be scalping? PAX tickets.
Do we have scalping laws in Washington? Is this allowed? This is allowed in the state, right?
Well, they sell tickets outside the convention center all day, so I
That's
assume
true.
we're
Yeah.
okay.
Do they sell them for more though?
Yeah,
you
they
could be
do. They sell
incriminating
them for a
yourself right
lot.
now. This is gonna be used when you go to jail. So just watch what you say.
I don't think you go to jail for scalping. I would hope not, anyway. That's just
would be
filling
So,
the system with useless things.
There's nothing worse than a scalper.
Josh, did you buy tickets with the intent to scalp them?
Yes, I did.
No, he expected 12 people to go. He was just helping friends out.
Hey. Only 8 people, okay? I only expected 8 people to go.
I don't even think I know like 12 people. I wouldn't even know who to give it to.
That's the saddest thing to admit. I don't even know 12
Yeah,
people.
that is. Let me go play No One Lives Forever with my Cheeto shirt on.
I'm trying to think, like, well, most of my tickets have actually been eaten up by people that we're friends with that need tickets. So it's like 2 of them are going
Yeah.
to you and Nick Fury and Mark, and then I think 2 are going to you, right, John? Your
Yeah, I might be
Saturdays?
taking those, yeah.
And then 2 of them are going to Andrew, I think. Maybe not. I can't remember, but he said he might need a ticket. So
But you bought extras with the explicit intent to resell them at a higher
I
price.
wanted my money back. That's what I wanted. I want my. And I'm not scalping them as
John?
bad as like most people, man. I'm putting them up for like $60, and everybody else is selling them for like a Saturday pass going right now is like $100 minimum, essentially.
What?
Yeah,
They're supposed to cost $30.
yeah, I know. It's like
Yeah.
$85 for a Friday pass, so it's retarded expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so he's giving
Yeah,
them a
so,
sweet
I mean, it
deal
was-
at double the price. That is normally.
It was cr-
Exactly. If I sell
Yeah,
them
it
for
was-
60, they'll be gone immediately.
it was crazy trying to get tickets. I mean, basically, like, if you did not get in there within about the first 10 minutes of the site opening, you did not get tickets.
Yeah, well, except for they screwed up the line. Robert got in like
yeah,
an
that's
hour
true.
and a half after the line opened, and he somehow got in before me or Nick. So
Yeah, there was glitches and stuff, too. Yeah.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
Oh, God, it was just horrible. I mean, like, I got in there, I think, like, 11, 12 minutes in there, and I wasn't able to get a Saturday pass.
yeah,
But
Really?
you were just a couple minutes earlier. It was just crazy. Well, so I got a scalping story, guys. Tell me if this is morally wrong, because me and my wife, we've been in heated debates about this. So, this goes back a couple of years ago, and there was the game Mario Party on the Nintendo DS. That was the new hot title coming out for that Christmas season. And I had no interest in playing the game. I'm not a huge Mario Party fan. But I saw that this game was going for about double on Amazon. So the game should be selling for about $30, and people were reselling it for about $60 or $70 for the game. And Amazon didn't have any in stock, so these were like private sellers that were marking it up. And I went to my my local Target store, and I saw they had like 15 copies in. So I bought all 15 copies. And I had this huge stack of games. And, you know, the guy at the counter is like looking at me weird, and he goes, yeah, so this is a lot of games. What are you going to do with all these copies of Mario Party? And I go, well, I have a lot of cousins. that was my lame answer that I guess top of my head. Yeah, these are just going to be a lot of gifts for Christmas. Yeah, and then I proceeded to undercut the lowest seller on Amazon by a penny. So I was selling it for like $69.99, and they were selling within like literally minutes. I mean, by the time I submitted and refreshed, they had already been sold. And yeah, so basically double my money, and it was super easy. And I don't feel guilty for it at all.
Oh,
but
wow.
my wife thinks it's like morally apprehensible, and she thinks it's like Dwight Schrute from the Office episode.
Oh.
You remember with like the Barbie doll?
That's totally what I think of when you explain that story.
Yeah, and I'm like, when I saw that episode, I'm like, Dwight, you're a smart man. I would have done the same thing. What do you guys think? Is that? No, actually, I did this years before.
Oh,
I saw
okay,
that
before the
episode.
Office.
But I mean, what do you guys think about that? Is that morally acceptable or not?
Well,
I
there's
think
another
so.
scalper that's sitting here, so I think you got at least him on your side.
Well, I mean, it's supply and demand, and you happen to have the supply.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, it's
everybody,
supply and demand
everybody,
because
you know.
you bought out all the others. That doesn't. That's
Hey,
kinda
it's
messed
capitalism, man. That's the way this society
Oh.
runs.
up. Spare me. You know what? You could
Okay.
have got your tickets and got out, and then 12 more people could have got tickets, but instead you had to hog them all, and now they're gonna have to pay double for them. That doesn't seem fair. Poor 12 people. And
Well,
you know what? They're probably
this
like
is my
first
problem.
in line, and because that stupid thing was so glitchy, you got to sneak ahead of them, and they didn't
No,
get their ticket.
this is
Like
what's
John.
gonna be the worst
John was
about
in
this.
before you.
Last year, I
Yeah.
had to pay a scalper. I paid $200 for mine.
You're
Cassie
just
paid
crazy.
$200 for hers to get in. I mean,
Did you feel guilt? Were you pissed off, Josh, at that person
I was
for charging so much?
pissed
Ooh,
because
I like this
it
question.
was 4 times the amount of the original ticket. So yeah,
So what you're saying is there is an acceptable amount for that scalper to make money, but that scalper got in there before you. And
Yep,
that was the price that you were
capitalism,
willing to
Josh.
pay. The market was willing to pay 4 times the amount, and you did it.
I know.
So
Well, that's
you
what I'm
think-
saying is I'm not going to do that to people. I had a set amount that I wanted to sell them for when I came into this. Like, I'm going to sell them for double to make my money back on the investment, and that's where it went.
So Josh, let's pretend here that, let's say there's a scalper right next to you, and he says, I'm selling mine for 3 times the cost, for $90, and they're going like crazy. He sold out in 1 minute. Would you be tempted to sell it then for 3 times the amount? That's what the market is bidding at.
Well, no, I would
Well,
sell them
you
for
do it.
60. They'd sell for super fast. They would even ignore that guy and come to me.
Or
But
you could
that guy
sell 'em
already
for
sold his
80,
in 1 minute.
and
His
you
is already
still-
selling.
I know. I'm tempted to, but I don't want to because I feel like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, I already
So,
feel like a dick about this, so...
This is what's funny is that, like, your version of a dick is, like, anything above double. anything at double or below, oh, I'm good. I am the PAX gaming Buddha. I am...
He knows the limit.
But above that, I am gaming Hitler, you know? It's like...
I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's like Pawn Stars. Everything they buy sells for double. So, why is that wrong?
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as everyone is happy with the situation.
I don't think the guy
Then
who
I
had to
don't-
buy it for double is happy with the situation necessarily.
Yeah, but
Just
he's
like Josh
happier
said.
than having to pay $100 for a Saturday ticket. He's happy to pay 60.
I mean, he's probably happy to pay 100 too. You should just charge 100. You know, I switch
Well,
sides.
why
I'm
don't
with
you
you
charge
guys, but charge
$30?
as much
Why don't you just
as
give
you
them
can.
away?
Yeah, why don't you just go face value? Be a real good guy.
Because
Or do some great karma and donate them.
Oh my goodness, that's a great
oh,
idea,
actually,
John.
you know what? I am going to do. I am going to give away 2 PAX passes. One Sunday and one Monday. I think that's the
What?
only 2 I have left. But we're gonna get it to like 50 or 150 subscribers on our RSS feed, and there's a certain mark that I'm gonna put on Facebook likes and subscriptions through iTunes.
All right.
And then once
well,
we hit that
listeners,
number,
then,
I'll give away 2 tickets.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's,
and the people who
that's-
are you cannot resell these tickets
yeah.
for
Don't be that
double, which would be double of free would be like $0.
Well, let's be honest.
Ooh.
Somebody's probably going to win that maybe doesn't want it or can't go and is going to scalp that thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't believe you're giving those away, man. That's
I know.
That's
Can I
a lot
have
of
them? I'll
money.
scalp them.
yeah.
Hey,
Can I
I
win
sign
this?
up for this?
I subscribe.
This is
Yeah, me too.
You guys need to subscribe. We need more subscribers on there so that it doesn't look like some lame ass thing. They're like, man, I'm not gonna listen to that. Not even the
Oh,
people
just
who
like on
made
what?
it subscribe to it. iTunes.
Oh,
The podcast is on there now.
Yeah. I haven't gone on iTunes.
Gotta get on that, man.
Do you still do the YouTube thing? I know it's been
Yes,
a while.
I do.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, what is the internet?
Like,
what is on it? I haven't been on it for months.
I would watch the YouTube, but I tried to watch that Grand Theft Auto trailer before we got in here, and it seriously took 15 minutes to buffer the thing, and it's a 3-minute video. It's excruciating.
That is excruciating.
But yeah, so hopefully.
Onto the topic of games. So what do you guys think about this this whole revolution with bringing back these point-and-click adventures on tablets?
I enjoy it. I'm actually excited for it. I bought 2 of them. I bought one and I played it, and I got about 3/4 of the way through it, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna buy another one. So I bought another one with the coins I had left over from
Which games were they?
It is one of them is The Lost City, and the other one is Secret at Grizzly Manor, and they're both done by a game company called what the heck is it? Fire Maple Games. That's what it is.
So these are new games. This is like trying to. So these aren't like classic games that have been ported over. These are like brand new point.
Yeah, these are brand new point and clicks, and I really like the difficulty in the Secret of Grizzly Manor because it's missing like a few things that the Lost City has, like a journal and stuff. So you just have to like literally remember everything, or write down on a piece of paper like the shapes and what angle they're at and all that stuff.
Do you guys remember doing that, like growing up with the games as a kid, like having to make your own maps?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like in Metroid and stuff.
Off on a tangent.
Oh god.
Nick, do you remember Dizzy? That stupid.
The egg.
Yeah,
Oh,
the adventure. You remember
Good,
how
still haven't
huge
beat
that
that game
map
ever.
was?
Yeah.
That we
and-
drew out when we were kids. Oh my god, it was ridiculous. Oh.
And there was no map. There was no map to bring up. So did you guys draw it?
Yeah,
Or
we
what?
drew it. We hand drew this thing and taped pieces of paper together. It was a real map. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that game.
Man, that's when gaming was hardcore, you know? Like, when we had to make our own maps, it's like, oh, if you got lost, you were screwed.
That's
Oh,
another
yeah.
thing. Yeah. Even with the strategy guide, me and Nick didn't beat it.
Yeah, we followed it
Oh,
step
wow.
for
So you
step.
like, yeah, had to-
And like we tried it only a couple of years ago or something like that,
Yeah.
and I just went on like a marathon to try and finally beat this game because we had owned it. I mean, we've owned it since we were kids, so 15,
Yeah.
20 years, something like that. And I got pretty far. I think we were pretty close, but then the dragon ate me because I did it wrong. And you only get like 1 life. I think you get like an extra life if you find it. It's like a secret one. But other than that,
you only
it's
get
like
one
you
life in the
die.
whole game?
No, you get
It's like
3.
1 or 2.
You get 3.
You get 3?
And that's only...
You get 3 lives in this entire game?
Yeah, but you have to
What
find
a piece of
something to get
shit.
the 3rd life. You only get 2 in the
Yeah, it's a
start, and then a
secret.
3rd one if you find something. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
man, you guys have way more patience than I do. That game sounds like bullshit.
Well, and the controls back then are so like wonky that you miss jump by like the teeniest bit, you roll right into something that kills you. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh, that was the worst part, is if you jumped like
Unforgiving.
and landed on like a downslope, your dude would roll, and then he'd nail everything on the way down. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, when he rolls, so obnoxious. Anybody? There's probably like 3 people who've played this game, so nobody's getting this reference. But
If you can find it on ROM,
Yeah,
I
I
would
would.
play it.
oh, it's definitely worth.
You know
the
what
play.
game me and my wife were checking out was Lemmings on the Super Nintendo. We were playing that one again. Classic
Lemmings.
graphics. We're like, you guys know Lemmings, right? We're like, you have to get Lemmings from point A to point B,
Nope.
and you can make the Lemmings do.
We didn't have Super
What?
Nintendo.
Yeah, we never had it.
The
Well, I
Lemmings
mean,
was
my
like a really
grandparents
popular
did.
PC game. You guys have never played Lemmings?
No.
No.
This is
Hold on, this is
seriously
like a
upsetting to
classic
you.
game. Holy shit! This is surprising to me. You guys. Oh man. Okay. Well, you guys have some homework. You guys need to play some Lemmings. Okay. So Lemmings is okay. Usually I just describe games for our audience, but I'm going to describe games for you in this situation.
Oh.
Yeah, I know this is an educational lesson. Lemmings is a game where like these little guys are going from point A to point B, or they have to get to point B, and the lemmings have like different abilities, so you can make them say like, "Oh, stop," or glide down, or whatever. And basically, you're gonna lose some lemmings, so it's kind of sad. Some lemmings are gonna die, but your objective is to try to get like as most of the lemmings as possible to the destination. Classic kind of point and click game. So that is relevant.
Oh, how about that?
It is a point and click.
Yeah, there
Tying
we go.
it back.
Tying
It
it
is
back.
relevant.
Yeah, but on the Super Nintendo, the graphics were pretty bad. Like all the lemons were basically just like a colored green block.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Did they upgrade the graphics, or is it still like old like that on the ROM?
Well, the ROM was, just Super Nintendo, so it was like, you're limited by that. But the PC versions were much better looking.
Oh, okay.
You could actually like see their little face.
See their little faces.
But yeah, anyway. Yeah. Did you guys ever play Myst? Going back to some.
Oh, I was
classic
talking about
point-and-click
Myst
games.
earlier when
Yeah.
Josh was talking to me about what we were going to talk about. Yeah, that game was so hard.
It was
awesome.
hard.
Yeah.
I remember the first
Yeah.
part was like uber difficult. Like,
Okay,
right
so
off the bat, I was
They were
confused.
brutal.
So on the tablet, those two games aren't as hard as Myst, and they're much shorter. Just to give some clarification.
I feel like those games, some of the old school classic point and clicks, like it was a badge of honor to solve a puzzle and to beat it. It was like sometimes I feel like they were just difficult for the sake of being difficult.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Well, I told you about Rama, so yeah. And that alone is just difficult for the sake of difficult.
Did you guys ever play Riven?
Yeah. That was another one that
Oh
was
yeah,
on.
yeah.
That was big during my
Mhm.
childhood.
Yeah,
You ever played
Still super
Siberia?
hard.
That was a point and click one. That was pretty awesome.
I
I-
did not. I've heard of it.
I talked
Yeah, it
about
had
this
all these
last week.
robots.
I was trying to find
Oh,
a
did
ROM
you?
for it. Yeah.
That's such a good game. That was so tough, though. All those games are so tough. And
Yeah.
now, like, you make a game that hard now, people just give up after like 10 minutes and go online and figure out the answer to it. And, I'm
Yeah.
guilty of this too. Like, Virtue's Last Resort is kind of a similar, point click puzzle game on the Vita or the DS. And holy crap, some of those puzzles are so hard. I'm not going to figure it out. So you just give up on it. It's like, well, if I didn't have
Yeah.
the option, maybe I would have figured it out, but it's just easier to go online and look it up sometimes.
I think game developers, I think they pay a lot of attention to like how people kind of play their game now versus kind of back in the day. I think they were maybe even making games more for like the game developers themselves, It was like, oh, I think this puzzle is witty or creative, so I'm going to do this. And then they realize like this puzzle really doesn't make sense or it's really too confusing, and I think there's much more emphasis like on that gameplay aspect for games nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But
I
do
remember
like
with
the puzzle.
Riven. Yeah. I remember with Riven, it came on like 5 CDs, and I just thought that was like mind blowing.
Yeah.
It was like, holy crap! On my 2X CD-ROM drive, I just thought that was like so cool that this game was so big and immersive, and now that like fits on one DVD.
Yeah.
Like,
It could probably all
like,
fit on one CD, let's be honest.
Yeah.
With like all the updates they've done to sizes and things. It's ridiculous.
Well, did you guys ever play like Full Throttle?
No,
Or,
I never played Full Throttle.
No, me neither.
Secret of Monkey Island.
Okay, Monkey
Yeah,
Island I
Full-
did play, but
Oh,
not
yeah.
until a lot later.
That's
Yeah, it's kind of like
Telltale,
that.
right?
They remade it.
They remade it? Oh, you're talking the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, the remake. I think they made it HD. This is kind of like the classic, like Sierra, LucasArts.
God, I love Sierra, and they just got bought out by Activision and just like crushed.
Yeah, some of those IP just hasn't seen the light of day for 20 years. Yeah. I mean, those games, like, there was a really heavy emphasis on writing, and I feel like that's sometimes kind of a lost art, is that, like, all that game was like that immersion with the writing and the storyline with those characters,
Yeah.
along with the puzzles, but, yeah. Ah, good times. Getting a nostalgia trip.
I know, after we talked about ROMs last week, I was like, man, I gotta hunt down some old games that I loved. Oh, I actually kind of want to talk about something. Have you guys seen the, like, media promotion DuckTales thing? It's like a...
Yeah,
it's-
the golden cartridge?
Yeah, I want one of those so
Oh.
freaking bad, it's ridiculous.
Josh, this is our objective now
In life,
with next gen, with our site, okay?
Okay.
And with this podcast, is we want the swag.
I agree, dude. That is the coolest thing ever. I'm like, man, if I had one of those.
This way.
Oh.
It's a legitimate cartridge. So what they did is sometimes these game studios, they give the press cool little freebies, and most of the time it's crap, or they just give it away. But in the case of DuckTales, the new DuckTales game is HD remake of the old school original Nintendo game, and they actually they made brand new cartridges for this original Nintendo game, and then they gold plated it, and then they put it in like an old school 90s tin lunchbox, and it looks amazing. It's so cool. And it works. The game actually works in an old school Nintendo.
Yeah, it is bomb, dude. It's so cool because the instead of like having packing bubble or any of that stuff in there, the peanuts, they shredded like fake money and put it in there. So it's like Scrooge McDuck doesn't give a crap. He's gonna, package his stuff with
just
shredded money. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is
and they
awesome.
only gave that out to certain people?
Only to the media.
Yeah, to
Oh.
media, yeah.
Yeah. We need to
So
get
we're
some
not big
media
enough,
passes.
Clearly. Yeah, we got to get to this point. This is our new goal, Josh.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. It's where I want to take it. I got to get more people writing and all sorts of different stuff. But I'm excited to actually play the game, though. DuckTales, I watched a review on it on ScrewTack, and it looked awesome. You can swim in your money. How cool is that? That is a funny little side thing.
Oh, is that a difference from the original? I don't remember that. I played the original.
Yeah, I don't remember it from
your
the original.
money.
Yeah, you know
That's
how
what I
like
do
Scrooge
here.
McDuck swims through all the gold in his
Yeah.
vault? You can do that now. And they updated the music too. But the music's like the remixes are true to its roots. It's pretty cool.
I was a DuckTales addict. I love that show.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So good. Do you guys remember Darkwing Duck?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Dang, man.
I love that show too.
Nostalgia trip
Man,
all
this is like a
this
nostalgia
episode.
Oh, so good. So it's cool that they brought this back, and I'm crossing my fingers. Although I doubt it'll happen for like a new reboot of the series. That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
you mean for the DuckTales?
Cartoon? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. But
I don't think it's gonna
know.
happen, but
I might.
a man can dream.
Man can dream.
Yeah.
there's like so many games from the Nintendo stuff that would be awesome in HD remake.
Well, they remade like Bionic Commando. They redid that one.
Yeah, but
They
I
redone-
guess the Bionic Commando, the remake of the NES one was good, but the one that they like rebooted was atrocious.
Oh yeah, yeah, not good. Yeah. So
What were you
what are we
gonna
going to
say,
talk
Ben?
about next week?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say, Nick?
I said, what were you going to say, John? And then he said it, so.
We're doing a little shuffle here. Yeah, so next week I think we're going to talk about some new awesome TV shows that are coming out in the fall
Yep.
/ winter.
Yeah, that's
Like
for
Sleepy
sure.
Hollow or MasterChef Juniors. Oh, those look good.
Okay, MasterChef Juniors? I gotta watch that. Okay,
No,
Sleepy
no.
Hollow looks
Don't
so
even say
stupid. I do not want to see it. Sleepy Hollow looks so dumb.
Yeah, it looks
I'm just gonna-
atrocious.
That's our mini.
I give that
prediction of it.
half a season max, and it's gonna get canceled.
I hope
Oh
so.
yeah, I totally agree.
It better
It looks
beat
so
out like that Do No Harm show. I swear that Do No Harm show had 2 episodes. It was gone. Do you remember the one, the Jackal and the Hyde thing?
No,
No, I don't even remember.
I didn't even.
Yeah, he was a doctor,
Yeah, I don't know that
and
one.
at night he turned into like evil man, and during the day he was, this awesome doctor. And I seriously saw 2 episodes, and it was gone. The other reason I watched it is because it had a guy from Rescue Me in it, so But obviously it didn't do that good. And I hope Sleepy Hollow gets like 1 and just tanks.
Man, that's mean.
Yeah, it looks so bad. And we'll
Stupid
probably also
concept.
kind of give like a pre-PAX episode since that's the week before PAX.
Yeah, I think we will.
Is it?
Yeah,
Whoa!
Yeah.
I gotta request
coming
that
up
time
weeks,
off.
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. This is Bandito John.
And No Name Josh
And Nick Fury.
saying see you later.
Adios.
Yeah.